Turn this down. And we are Live. Live.
Live.
Live. Live.
Mm, mm.
We live.
Live. Who?
That was me. I turned it down.
All right. Well, let's get it, shall we?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hello, hello.
That music is bumping.
Okay, I like that intro. So,
I just got to say something real quick. You know, a lot of people want to claim their birthday month and claim their birthday sign. But I must say, maybe it's because it's the beginning of the year, but I have not seen as many Aquarians and so many birthdays so far. And it's only, even though mine is coming up Saturday, but Shay just celebrated a birthday. And
that's why we talking about it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Shay Shay.
Not hate. Thank you so much.
There you go. But it's amazing that it's so many Aquarian birthdays that I see, and it's only the 8th of the month. So
we gotta go for some shots.
All you gotta do.
Like shots to me.
I can go anytime.
Everybody else's to play with me. Yeah, I'm calling you out. I think Victor know I'm looking at him too.
Oh,
just because
man.
we go nod ahead up on here bump, but it bumped up. They don't mean nothing. They ain't got nothing to do.
I meant to buy me another bell. That's
You
right, Kevin Shay. That's right, Shay.
Try to short me.
I'll never do that. Never do that.
You don't have your bell isn't working for T.
You know who got my bell?
Oh, that's right.
Somebody hijacked my bell. Mm-hmm.
What?
Do tell. Mm-hmm. Trying to get me back in the studio.
Yeah, he left it there. Remember, Vic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Veronica, you stole his bell?
No, I didn't. It's at the studio.
Is at the studio waiting for the old cameras, but that's another story.
I'm really
another
gonna
time.
miss the bell. Oh.
Yeah, that's all right. Victor Friend says it sounds like a school bell. So anyway, as long as we got the bomb, we good.
That's right.
Where the bomb at?
Now you supposed to hit it on cue.
Wait, did y'all hear it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, come on, don't play. Don't do that.
Wait, here we go.
What? Ain't nobody heard that?
You want me to go get I'm in the kitchen. I go get a pot and a spoon and hit it.
But you should be able to hear it because you have your headphones on.
I don't hear nothing.
Ain't nobody can't hear that mess.
I don't want it to be too loud.
You can't hear it.
Oh. Anywho, welcome to Tangy Tea of Life, everyone. I am your host, Veronica.
Woo! Ding, 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 ding.
There we go.
Ding, ding, ding.
No.
I'm Veronica Dipsy. I'm Veronica Dipsy Doodle. The doodle
Listen,
box.
when I play it back, guys, when I watch the replay, the bomb be so loud, so I'm scared to turn it up.
Turn it up.
Turn it up, baby.
What you mean you scared to turn it up? What's wrong?
Still can't hear.
You can't be scared. We ain't never scared.
As I sip out mine.
Well, look at that.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Of life.
That's beautiful.
That's so wonderful.
You know, I want to invest in that company's stock because I think they're headed in the right direction.
Hey,
sound like a plan.
That's what I'm
Sharon, thank you so much for my mug.
You're welcome.
That's pretty. That's nice.
We will be getting some of these in stock for you guys to purchase, and you can sip on some tea with us as we spill the tea.
Mm-hmm.
My brother Victor is back with us tonight. What's going on?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Bravo.
I'm ready.
You
So
ready?
let's
You
go
look
ahead and
like
get through this.
You look. What's your shirt say? You look like you're ready.
Oh, Team White, lifetime member.
Yes, sir. Team White.
I like that. What's going on for Teen all the way? Well, WBLF, New York radio station.
All right.
How you feeling tonight, my brother?
Mm-hmm.
You feeling good?
Feeling great. I'm full.
Sir, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
feeling good. I'm feeling great. What that pink lip do on you got, girl? Lip do.
Hers is purple.
Popping.
Popping.
Your lipstick is popping.
Purple popping.
Cool. All the water.
The peas are popping.
Come on, Sharon. Come on. Oh, you don't know no more words.
No.
She ain't gonna hit that sound.
What's going on, Sharon? My girl back with us tonight.
What's going on?
Yes.
Shay.
Everyone, this is the T where we talk about any and everything. It goes down. Nothing is off limits. You bring it to us. We talk about it. So welcome. All of you that's new out there watching, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming in the building. Well, come on in the room.
All right, so let me go ahead and jump on the topic.
What's going on, Stepson and Sly? Go ahead.
So I want to get this off my chest before we get into it. It's a topic for everybody to discuss on this panel. And I want everybody, if you're watching this, please comment because I am so serious about this. I had a conversation with men and women, and there was every male that I asked this question to agreed with what I think, and the women were kind of So my question is to everybody, if you hear my voice, comments here too, is there a difference, or should I say difference? Let me back up. Can you get in an argument, a knockdown, drag out argument, discussion, debate, and be upset without your feelings getting hurt? Or every time you get into an argument, knockdown, drag out argument, I'm talking about hard down arguing, are your feelings involved or are they not involved? Or can you walk out the argument without your feelings getting hurt? That's what I want to know.
This is a simple question. This is simple.
It depends on the argument.
That's not the question. The question is, can you get in a discussion, a knockdown, drag out argument, disagreement, and leave that disagreement without your feelings being hurt? Is that possible?
Well, I'll let y'all go. Y'all go. The host, you the co-host, but you threw it out, so the host goes first. So, Veronica, your thoughts?
Repeat the question.
Can me and you, or you and anybody? I'm talking about when I say a knockdown, drag out argument, you are completely on this side. The person is completely on this side. Can y'all both walk away with your feelings not being hurt?
Got it. Victor, you will go last on this one because we don't want to know what you had to say on that one.
I mean, it depends on what we're arguing about. I mean,
it doesn't matter.
I think if you're arguing, your feelings are already involved. If you're arguing about something, somebody's feelings either gotten hurt or getting ready to be hurt, feelings are involved. My opinion.
Sharon?
I think you can be in a knockout, drag out, and your feelings not be hurt because the knockout, drag out may not be about you, and it may be about someone else's situation that you disagree with. So you can go all out and say you agree with that person, and that person agree with something else, and your feelings not be hurt, long as there's nothing disrespectful said in that, because certain things you can't take back, but when it becomes name calling and cursing involved, then that takes it to a different level. But you can be in a full-blown disagreement with someone about something and your feelings not be hurt. Right. I mean, you got to think about it. Some people, and just for an example, some people believe in God, some people don't, right? Some people believe in heaven, some people believe in hell. Some people like Biden, some people like Trump. that's your personal opinion. People fall out about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And they go back and forth. But you just gotta let people believe what they want to believe, right?
Okay.
Yep. Fatigue.
All right, so I'm going to answer this because I'm trying. I don't want you to repeat the question. So, can you get into a knockdown, drag out fight without your feelings getting involved or hurt or involved in hurt? Um, no, I think that at the end of the day, your feelings are already involved, no matter which way the argument. You're already involved in an argument, and usually an argument, you're arguing a point of view, and pretty much the other person is going against your point of view. So your feelings are already involved. At the end of the day, and I know Victor didn't ask this, but I just want to put it: if you win the argument, I don't know how much your feelings will be hurt at the end of the day, but I will say your feelings will be involved. And with a knockdown, drag out fight, I believe that your feelings can get hurt or bruised. Yes.
So I want to kind of go into what you said about being, winning the argument, because to me, nobody wins. But for team, you and Noah are the only two men that I asked that said that you can get in a knockdown, drag out argument and your feelings can get hurt.
Yes.
And I've noticed women, and Sharon, you are the second woman to say that I've asked this to, that said that you can get in a knockdown, drag out argument and walk away and be okay. And I commend that, because I really feel like in a relationship, a lot of men don't argue because we know that women bring feelings into every single argument. And if it goes on any further than 4 or 5 exchanges, then it turns into something personal, because we're no longer arguing about the subject at hand. You're bringing up other things. And I can only speak on my personal experiences, but I've always said that women don't know how to argue, because we're no longer arguing about the topic at hand, because y'all let things build up. And then when it all boils down, then, now I left my shoes on the floor and now you mad with me for pissing in the bed a year ago. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is handle that shit at hand. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that thing build up, because I feel like that's when y'all feelings get involved.
Somebody asked me, I had a discussion with a male today, and he asked me sort of the same thing. And he was like, why do women get mad and they don't say anything, like, for days? Why don't they just say what they're angry about or what's bothering them, And so we are different. I said, a lot of times as a woman, I know older, I had to think about the situation first before I say something I will regret and I can't take back. So maybe it takes a day or two. So, but he was just some of the same thing. He was kind of just as confused. Like, I'm going to say what I want to say and how I feel then, and get it over with, versus holding it on for 2 and 3 days. And I kind of agree with them on that. I mean, but I don't think it should take 3 days, but sometimes it take a day or two, a day to get yourself back on track. Veronica?
Yeah. And that's because, a lot of times we try not to come out the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? We try not to let our words come out the wrong way, because I know me, if I say something when it's right there in my mind, and my tone will probably be wrong and all. So I try to cool down for a moment before I bring it. But I think I'm going to stop holding stuff in for so long, and I'm going to just say what I got to say. And if it hurts somebody's feelings, I'm sorry, but you want to hear it, or you want to hear the truth, right?
But some men take the truth, and some women can't take the truth. Because people think they walk around in their perfect selves, and then when they're called out on imperfections that they have, they take, instead of, taking the positive feedback, what is it, constructive feedback, criticism, they get offended.
Right.
So, but everything comes with wisdom and age. You learn to grow and accept feedback, or just sometimes we have to be called out on some of the things that we do to correct it.
Victor asked a question. He asked a straightforward question. And I kind of think, Victor, you expanded in your answer. You asked us a question. You asked us like a dead question. Do our feelings get involved or can get hurt in a drag out argument? And we answered, but then you got involved because women bring up this. We didn't bring in all that. We answered your question. So I look at it from there. I think now if we start to look in this or that, then we can. So I'm watching some of the comments and what someone say. Oh, women hold things in, or I only can speak for me. And I just think I build up, and I don't care if I know that a woman may hold these things in, and it may start about my shoes, but then it comes into you left the toothpaste off, you didn't clean the bathtub out. I understand that, but I don't want to bury a woman because a woman can fire back. Well, you don't do this and do that. The question is, do our feelings get hurt? And if our feelings do get hurt and involved, to me, the bigger question is, does that damage the relationship? That's how I look at it. I'm not looking at what if they bring all this in. I will say this, Victor, that I do know men and women are different. And I do hear what you say, Sharon, about we get older and wiser. How I gotten wiser is I try not to blow my top right away, and I try not to jump right away.
Right.
But if you push my buttons, I guess maybe it's in my makeup, or maybe because I have hypertension, but I can become a nasty or a mean mofo if you push me that way. You understand what I'm saying? So how far to go, and then you can say something or do something that you regret. I'm not talking about beating someone up, but at the end of the day, you have to know your mate too, because some people look at men putting their hands on women, but some women, my mother will pick up a lamp and throw it at my father in a minute. And my father was not the type to duck and run out the door. He's going to pick up and throw. And that, that caused me to get involved as I got older, to get in between them. Y'all, first of all, you're messing up the furniture, but y'all can't hurt each other. So at the end of the day, I think that I'm just saying, I think people feelings can get hurt when you have a knockdown drag out. And I don't think it's just to the point that you could just blow off steam and then go about your business without being somehow affected by it. That's just my opinion.
So let me ask the women the question then. So does, in an argument, when do you stop listening to what the man is saying and start focusing on how he's saying it? Because I notice when people get passionate about an argument, like Fatim says, you get a little bit more animated. Your voice raises. Your hands move. There's a lot of hand movement. There's a lot of this. There's this. And I've noticed that, and like I said, I don't date dudes, so I can't answer this for men. I've only been with women. So I've noticed that women stop focusing on the message and starts focusing on the delivery. And I guess I'm asking, why is the delivery so important versus the message if we are in the heat of the moment?
Because you know what, for me, if you ain't never taken that tone with me and your tone changed, then that's smoke. You want all the smoke. Like what's up? Like, I'm just saying, because if my tone hasn't changed, but your tone changed only to make your point, so you think, then there could be a problem. Instead of talking to me like we normally talk, and then your tone changed, and then so when you get it's just like at church when that organ changed, you know what I'm saying? So when your tone changed, that means we about to turn up a little bit. I'm just saying.
Damn right. Damn right. Because it's a drag out. This is a Push this ain't no, honey, no. Vic said drag out mean, yo, it's your voice is raising, spit flying, and yo, what the hell you done did? Yes. You done did this shit 3-5 times. Yo, I'm tired of this. That's how it's rolling.
And if that spit hit my face, I look.
So I feel like in an argument, you shouldn't even be close to each other if it's that drawn out. So let me say this. I can come up to you and say, Veronica, where you want to eat at today? And your response is, I don't know. We just know y'all gonna say I don't know. So I can say, Veronica, just pick a restaurant, or you know what, Veronica, man, just pick a damn restaurant. I said the same thing. So now the delivery, not you're so focused on that versus just picking a restaurant. I said the same thing. It was just twice.
It depends on how you said it. Like if you said,
and that's what I'm saying. Why does it matter when?
Because if you said like, damn, just pick a restaurant, I'd be like, whoa.
Right. I ain't hungry. I ain't hungry.
I'll put my money back in my pocket.
I got my own. I ain't hungry. Take me to my car. I ain't hungry.
But if you be like, damn, girl, what you want to eat?
Right.
So it's the tone.
It's the
tone.
tone.
It's the tone. Okay.
It's the tone.
So when it comes to an argument, our voices are naturally deep. Some men. So when we are sending the message home, and we are actually sitting here trying to get you to understand that we are serious about this topic, our voice gets deeper and the volume goes up. Correct. So instead of taking offense, maybe you should take a cue to say, okay, this is what I need to be paying attention to versus this is what I need to get offended about. Good
point. And you know that, ladies, if we say twice, pick a restaurant, right? And you know that I can get animated. Like you just said, Shay, as we get older, we get wiser. So if we get wiser, you know that I done had a hard day at work. I'm taking you out. I'm tired, but I'm in a good mood. But why dilly-dally with this here? Because now you aggravating me, and you aggravating me. I'm not a marshmallow man, meaning I'm a man, and like Victor said, my voice get deep, and I don't mean any harm, and I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I'm like, come on, girl. Come on now. We go through this all the time. Pick a restaurant. Now, if you still can't pick a restaurant, now, you see what I'm saying? And you know better than that, because I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? See, that's where mutual respect comes. And if you want to say how women and men act, you should know how your mate. And why push your mate's buttons if you know that he or she is doing something generous and from their heart and you are in a good mood? Why mess that up?
All right, let's get into some of these comments. I'm gonna scroll up a little. Let's see. Gazelle, I know we say her name wrong. I stop allowing things to build for that reason. If something bothers me, I speak on it at that moment.
But all right, so if you do that, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, but sometimes as a man, I'll be like, damn, you feel that passionate about everything? You can't let nothing go? But as you should, because you shouldn't let things build up. But sometimes you got to give us some slack. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, why not, instead of asking where do you want to eat, why don't you make a suggestion? Do you want to go to Chick-fil-A? Maybe she'll come back and say, no, I'd rather go to daggone Zaxby's. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we want the suggestion. And you're putting it on us. So then what if we say we're going to go to Burger King and you want to go to McDonald's? But, you're at Burger King going, I wish I really was at McDonald's getting that #1 Big Mac, with that special sauce. But you at Burger King getting it your way.
Well, see, that happened to me. I ain't meant to cut you off, Sharon, but
please expand on that, Veronica, by using sentences and one semicolon.
What the hell?
What's your tone? What the hell? No, this
But you see, I was laughing with it though. What the hell?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But if I would have said, "What the hell?" That's different. But no, like I used to be, because I used to say that too, Sharon. I used to be like, why don't you just pick? And so they started picking, and every time they would pick, I'd be like, I don't want to go there. So they just stop and be like, okay, where do you want to go? So I think a lot of women, we kind of want them to take control at a point, when it comes to like picking a restaurant or whatever, but then we like in the back of our mind, like, please don't pick that restaurant. But when they pick it, we be picky, but that's, you know what I'm saying?
You see that? Fellas, if you know what she eat, just go get the food. Don't ask her nothing. If she hungry, she'll eat it.
Okay,
I kind of agree with that, Victor.
I agree with that.
I kind of agree with that. You know why? Because
when I
take food out the fridge freezer to cook and gonna cook dinner, I don't ask you what you want for dinner. I was like, this
exactly
is what I'm gonna cook for dinner.
I didn't do that because I know that a person to change up. But it depends on how we doing this. I do agree if you're going out to eat is one thing. If I was traveling on the road and I want to go to Waffle House and they want to go to Burger King, I'm like, okay, I'll pick a Burger King, drop them, get there what they want, then I go to the Waffle House and come back and get them. But I do know,
You had a choice.
I gave them. Well, shit, I don't eat what they eat at the time. I don't always eat what they eat, so I don't eat Burger King, but they may like it, and I'm not gonna put them in a situation to eat something that they don't want to eat at the end of the day. But if we're going out to dinner, I'm trying to understand that choice. I hear what Shay said. I think I have too much respect for anybody. I don't care if it's somebody. I would never take and just go buy the food without asking them if that's what they want.
Not even sometimes if it's like a routine. Say every.
I still would ask. It's out of common courtesy. Hey, I normally I know you always eat Chick-fil-A. Do you want Chick-fil-A today?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I would just use that because I just think everybody has a choice, and I hate to use this word like Vic said. That's the day when they ask going to be contrary, brother. Or contrary or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? So
I think when it go ahead, Veronica.
No. I'll go ahead, Vic. I was gonna say I want to get in some of these comments because we got a lot of comments coming through. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna make this real quick. For the only thing I'm gonna say about that for team, if we going out to eat and I want Waffle House, she want Burger King, I really feel like that defeats the purpose of us being together to get something to eat. If I'm dropping you off here, and then it's
no. What I'm saying, if I was driving on the road, I said if we're going out to dinner, then somebody's going to have to sacrifice. And most of the time, I would sacrifice unless if there's a reason we just ate at Burger King. I'm just using Burger King. Could be Applebee's or wherever. We done ate Applebee's 3 times. And I'll be like, again, we just ate there 3 times. But if she wants to go there, then at the end of the day, I'm gonna be the bigger person and give in and do that. I'm fine.
I don't know too many men that's gonna be on the road that's gonna make 2 stops. I'm just tell you that. If you want an argument,
that don't mess up my vacation. My vacation messed up.
One time.
See, I used to do that nonsense before, but I've learned now to keep everybody happy. I set it up and make it. It's cool. I make it work. I made it work.
We ain't making 2 stops. We gonna stop the gas. Your ass getting there, get some fucking chips, and we gonna pack some sandwiches, and we riding. We stop the peak, and that's it.
And then that's 2 weeks of vacation with an attitude and no backside. No.
No.
Nope. We ain't going through it. We ain't going through that. We ain't locking it up like that, bro. Nope.
All right, Stepson says, yes, I can walk away and my feelings won't be hurt at all because as humans, we ought to learn how to agree and disagree. To me, that's what growth is. That's true. So Michelle says she was in an argument last night. And no, my feelings were not hurt and his weren't either. We talked today as if nothing happened and the argument was about me, but we are good. Well, see, that's
Michelle, how do you know? I mean, since y'all talked today, do you really deep down know for 100% he's really good? That's my question to you. Maybe you do. I'm not saying you don't, but at the end of the day, a lot of times when Victor, we say this, we men, instead of keeping it going, we'll just put our feelings on the back burner and say, we good. I understand. It's cool. But deep down, it's not that it's eating at us. It's just that, you know what? I ain't really 100% good with this, but this ain't getting me nowhere.
Well,
just keep dragging it on,
Well, I guess that's why she feel like they're good, because they actually talk today. Like some people can hold it and hold it and hold it and won't talk, but they talk. So I guess she's like, they're good because they talked as normal.
You heard about makeup sex.
Don't call me because I ain't answering the damn phone.
You know what?
That's how you know.
Knocking on the door.
You call me
right.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah, but let me say before you put up the next one. Y'all know about makeup sex, meaning that you had an argument, went to bed mad, wake up in the morning, makeup sex, go about your business, and then, like Victor said, 5 days later, you get back into another argument and you bring up the same crap that happened before y'all made up. So you really was bothered. But I'm telling you, sometimes you just move forward because you don't want to deal with that crap, but you really haven't put it to bed because you haven't really rectified it. See, that's what I'm saying. You may talk, but is it really good? One person may say it's good, but you really know if it's really good with your the other person?
It sounds toxic.
Ain't no makeup sex. We fucking around and be in a fighting. You talking about some makeup sex? I can't do it, man.
I'm not going to jail for you. I'm not going to jail for you, Vic.
I'm not.
I look good in orange, but not county orange.
I look good in orange.
I'm taking both of us. You know what I'm saying? We're both going. Mad in the back seat of the cop car, handcuffed.
I'm steady doing that with my hands behind my.
Trying to get a little lick in.
Right, I ain't doing it. My wee don't work when I'm
cussing each other out all the way down to Effingham. I ain't playing with
you.
Wait, what don't work, Vic?
My wee don't work when I'm mad.
I don't know.
Sometimes that gets a good. That's another story.
My wee. Yeah. Well, Derek says if it's a knockout, drag out, then the feelings are already fired up.
I agree with that.
I don't think so.
I agree.
I don't think so. I think
you already
get in a knockdown, drag out argument as long as there was no disrespect. You can get a knockdown, drag out argument and not be disrespected.
I mean, you can, but your feelings gonna be involved.
They won't. But that's me. Like you said, everybody's different. But
everybody's different, and I think there's boundaries, and I think in relationships, it's already emotion involved. I don't care if it's love, emotion. You're passionate, and when you grab onto a point, you argue your point. At the end of the day, like me and Vic, we debated, but we ain't. You know what I'm saying? Or me, I haven't really debated with you, Shay, but me and Veronica may have a different opinion. Matter of fact, I talked about this before, where we disagreed on something, but at the end of the day, the next day I spoke with you. Well, we both were a bigger person, but it didn't eat at me. I would be honest right now and say, well, you know what? That still bothered me, but I moved on. But it didn't, because I realized what was important, and I said what I had to say, but I didn't say it with an attitude. And that's why this here can be the worst thing when you're texting somebody, because you don't know the tone and you read it in your mind at times. Yeah. Oh, he said it like that, but I may have not. So when I'm upset or we debating something, I'd rather speak with you so you understand my tone and where I'm coming from versus texting.
Listen, I say that all the time.
First of all, why is Stepson Pierre turn into Ike Turner?
I like what Stepson said, because Stepson, if I was a woman and you do that crap, ain't nobody gonna cook something and say I'm gonna eat it. Because if you cook liver, well, I cook liver tonight. Well, I don't eat no damn liver.
You gonna eat it tonight?
No, I ain't. I'll eat something else, but I ain't gonna eat that liver. I ain't gonna eat that liver. You done crazy? Yeah, I cook liver. Okay.
Wait,
but I ain't eating no liver.
Wait, and you think they're gonna put some in your food? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying if I come home and I said, "What you cook?" I cook liver and rice and this. Well, you know I don't eat no liver. Well, that's what I cook. Got it. That's cool. You know I don't eat no liver, so I'm not eating that. Now, or I know what's gonna come out the next mouth. Well, then you get in there and cook it, or you find something to eat. And that's what I'm gonna do, because I don't eat that liver.
So you gonna disrespect that black woman like that?
Damn, brother, it ain't disrespect. It's I don't eat no damn liver. Why did you cook? Now, if you tell me that's the only thing in there, I would say, you know what? I'll pick up something on my way home. But don't come and say, I'm not no child. So you're not going to sit there and say, whatever I cook, you're going to eat? Man, I'll make me some scrambled eggs and some waffle and turkey bacon.
Oh, you
crazy?
in her kitchen too?
You make sure you wash those pots too.
You ain't no dishes in my sink here. Ain't no dishes in my sink. Ain't got no problem with that. Ain't no problem with that.
Fucked up things in my life, but I ain't never done nothing like that. I don't think I can do anything like that. Man, I couldn't even, if I know my woman cook, it don't matter if I want it or not. My ass is going to eat it. Because I know for damn
my man cook, I'm the opposite. If my man cook and I don't like it, I'm sorry. If I don't eat it, I don't eat it.
I don't eat it. That's all to it. It ain't no big thing.
I'm not no child. Ain't no big thing. Wrong. I'm not gonna eat what I don't want to eat.
Ain't no baby food in.
But my thing is, should you know what you're significant other eat? Shouldn't you know that? Like, if I know my man don't eat liver, I'm not gonna cook liver.
Exactly. Right. But if I cook a meal, I'm talking to you. I can't talk to you for because we'll never live together. So let me talk to you right here. You mean to tell me if I cook something and your light, bright self walk up in the house, switching and shit, and you gonna sit here and look me in my face and tell me you about to cook something else and think this little skillet ain't going upside your damn feet? You better not touch it.
Your emotions getting involved there, Victor. What's going on? Your emotions are getting involved here, brother.
That's when my
if I don't want, first of all, what I'm trying to say is if I don't want it, I'm not going to eat it. Period, fool.
That's it.
And I'll go in there and make me some oodles and noodles.
That's it. So then you're going to dirty up an additional pot.
I'll wash it. And I'll leave it in the sink.
I've never been in that situation before.
And I'll leave it in the sink for you to wash.
Yeah. But most of the time, I've never been in a situation where I've lived with a person and they cook something you don't want. At the end of the day, I've never really been in a situation like that. But I've come in late at 10 o'clock and I might have grabbed something out because I played a softball game. And they cook, and I'll say, I know you cook, but I grabbed something at the park, and I appreciate tonight. I'll let you know, and I'll go ahead and put the food up and everything. And there's a couple of dishes in the sink just to show that I appreciate it. But I'm not hungry now, but I appreciate it, But if I don't want it, I'm shit. You cook something you want to cook, and I don't want it, I'm not going to eat it.
You hear what?
Go ahead.
I was Giselle. Go ahead. And Giselle, she made a good point too.
Yeah, go ahead with Jillian.
Okay, because I'm still up. So y'all probably seeing comments that's just coming through. Jill says women are more emotional and get more attitude and emotional with arguments than men do. Men will avoid the conflict, it seems, but there are some that do like to bring things on.
That's true. True statement.
True. Very true. Very true.
So Bebe say, so how's the woman treating the child? I told her we didn't get to the letter yet. It's coming. Let me see.
I'm just saying this before you get the next comment. If your ass don't eat what I cook,
I knew you was
do not.
I knew
do not. You can't even eat a bowl of cereal until the next day. Don't. If you go out and eat, you better eat it outside of the address. Don't bring no outside food in the address.
You know what I ain't never did? You know what I ain't never did?
You ain't gonna tell me I can't eat a bowl of Cheerios if I don't want no stewed chicken. If I don't want no damn stewed chicken, me and this and some milk, we gonna eat. This what gonna eat for dinner tonight. And that's it. That's all.
I ain't never dated somebody I was scared of.
Ooh,
you should be. That's
exactly. That's like a whole threat. Like you better not eat nothing, cook nothing here. You know what I'm saying? If the person doesn't want it and they don't say it in, okay, say you cook something I don't like, and I'd be like, no, Victor, I didn't want that. I had chicken last night. I don't know. I don't want chicken. I just want something light. I want some cereal or salad or something. You can't be mad with that.
So I mean, you had chicken last night. I had chicken last night.
Not necessarily. We could have been on two separate pages. You could have grabbed something after work, and I could have grabbed something after the gym. We had two separate meals.
So you don't find that kind of disrespectful if I go out and get something to eat, and don't bring you anything. I feel like that's kind of messed up.
Timing is everything. It doesn't mean that you did it on purpose. It means that you got off work and were hungry. I'm still working out. Get you something to eat. I'll grab something later. Everything is not going to be in sync all the time.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah.
We're not going to be together all the time. We're not going to eat together all the time. It's just not going to work out that way all the time. Yeah. But a majority of sometimes you're going to be on a schedule where you can't eat together, or you can't bring her dinner, or she can't bring you dinner. Yeah. But then you have other times where y'all can come together and eat dinner, and I'll be home in 20 minutes. What do you want? I'm stopping by here. You want something?
Yeah. And I just want to say that women tend to try to accommodate. If it's a family situation, I like rice-a-roni. One of my daughters did not like rice-a-roni. You understand? Then now, if I was cooking breakfast for the family back then, I know I like grits, but I know one of my daughters didn't like grits. So I know everybody like pancakes. So if I'm going to slave in that kitchen, I'll say, yo, I'm gonna cook breakfast. Y'all cool this morning with some pancakes? Yeah, everybody gonna eat the pancakes. So it's respect. I ain't gonna go in that kitchen and cook and then say, well, I done made breakfast. Y'all better go get it. And if you don't eat it, I don't know what to say. You don't do that.
So you give your kids a choice?
I know it. Look, once you know, I give my kids a choice because some things they don't eat. You got to realize you can't force a kid to eat. My daughter didn't eat grits when she was little. She hated them. She didn't eat them, but she ate cream of wheat. So if everybody else ate grits, she got cream of wheat. And that's how it went. And at the end of the day, it was just a more peaceful house at the end of the day, because we put grits in front of her. She's not going to eat it. And if we make her eat it, she's going to throw it up. And why make her sick? So, so you accommodate. So I just saw a comment in there, and I know, but they said, somebody said that, I think it was Gazelle said that the daughter would reach out to the father and say, Daddy, I don't think you're going to eat like what mommy cooked tonight. See, the child already know that daddy going to walk in this door and it's going to be some crap. So the daughter's the buffer. Let me warn daddy now so he'll be prepared. So maybe he'll grab him a little sandwich outside. So when he come in here, he can play this off. Oh, baby, I'll get a little later. I'm a little tired. Because, see, that's the psychological, because he walks in that door and that ain't what's happening. And that's it.
So I feel like, with kids, my daughter tried that. Oh, Dad, I don't eat grits. Okay, well, I guess at lunchtime you can find something. I hope I cook something. See, that hunger's something different, though. See, when I was coming up, my grandmama put something in front of you. After she did that, the kitchen was closed. So you learn to like things. And one thing I've noticed as a child, and I know we're getting off subject, kids are such visual eaters. I didn't eat greens because they were green, but that's some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? The same thing go with
when our grandmother put
that
stuff
right
when our grandmother put stuff in front of us,
Vic, they taste good too. It might not look good all the time. But when our grandmother put stuff in front of us, Vic, basically they cooked what they had. And I cooked what I got.
But look, I'll tell you this. My brother born and raised in the South. And I'll tell you, let grandma and my mother cook a soft yellow egg, he ain't gonna eat it. You gotta cook that egg hard, because my mother ate hard eggs. I don't eat hard eggs. So at the end of the day, we kind of accustomed to these things and we accommodate. We accommodate at the end of the day. But I ain't expecting nobody to cook 2 meals. I ain't expect you got to cook stewed chicken and then you got to cook beef because somebody don't eat chicken. You just got to know what's what. But, it is what it is. You just don't.
Hey, that's it right there. You got some privileged ass children, all these different meals. Eat what I cook. Eat, sleep. Thank you, John. Thank you.
I mean, but sometimes.
That's nice to say. That don't work.
That
ain't working in 2022.
But sometimes people just don't eat certain things. Like
that's right.
My daughter, my baby girl, just doesn't eat eggs. I learned that when she was a baby. Mm-hmm. She don't eat eggs. She gag. Why would I force her to eat eggs? Because we ate eggs.
Not forcing us. You just
You do. Some parents do force kids. We growing up, I look back over some of the stuff that we ate that we didn't like to eat, but our parents said, you eat it or you wear it. We were forced to eat some things. But now we grown and we have a choice. We don't eat them because we knew we didn't like them.
You say you wouldn't? You have a choice?
We are grown and have a choice.
Oh, grown.
That's but I learned from the fact of I'm not going to force my kids to eat stuff that I know that they don't like. I'm not going to be that parent. You're going to eat it because no. Why would I do that?
Them. They ain't gonna force them. You just ain't gonna eat.
The way I cook what I know everybody eats. So I know baby girl doesn't eat eggs, so she doesn't eat eggs. You know what I'm saying? She eat everything else except eggs. And
so you're not gonna cook eggs because she doesn't eat the eggs.
I cook eggs, but I don't cook her eggs. You know what I'm saying? I don't cook eggs for her. Just like when we was growing up, my parents and my stepmother ate pig feet. I don't eat pig feet. Me and my sister don't eat pig feet. So there were times where she cooked pig feet and didn't have another meat or anything. We would eat like just the vegetables.
Yeah,
because I'm not eating that.
Yeah. See, John. John, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, and I'm with him because that's how it was when we was growing up.
Yeah,
too.
John. I hear you. And like I said, even though I was born in the North, my parents was from the South, and when I came in the house, what my mother cooked, I ate. I understand. I ate that, but at the end of the day, when we were kids, we ate it. But if it was something like my mother wouldn't put cabbage in front of me because I got sick off of cabbage. So don't say when a parent knows that something that it's not about what you like. It's also sometimes what you can't eat, so all that, all that, I cook with you and this is what you're going to eat and this, that, and the other. I mean, you can do that, but I'm telling you, man, things are a little different now.
Yeah, it's different now, but back then,
everybody raise their house how they want to.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, I fine. But if your last name White, if you want to eat at night, you gonna eat what's in front of you, or you going to bed hungry. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, V.
Look at Bougie Audra.
Let's put it up.
My parents gave me
that family now.
I know that.
Audra was still spoiled.
You know that don't matter.
Right.
Going on anybody here.
Her daddy
going on anybody in here.
Mama didn't do it. Audra them dad did it. And they were spoiled. Ain't it right? All of them, all the girls. Probably the Jamie too, the brother too, I'm sure. Yeah. But them girls, rotten. They daddy rotten-ated them. Yeah. So yes.
If my family's on here, now, they would laugh at this because they still laugh at this today. And I'm gonna tell you how long ago this was. This was when Shaka Khan made her first appearance on Soul Train. This happened to me. I came down south. God bless her soul. My Aunt Lucy Annie, made a sausage sandwich for me, and a fly flew on it. Now down south back then, flies do that. I'm from New York. I ain't eating nothing with no fly on it, and I raised hell. I cried. I wasn't eating that sausage. You gonna eat that or you ain't gonna eat nothing? Well, damn it, I ain't gonna eat nothing. I'm 11, so I didn't say, damn it, I'm not gonna eat it, but I'm not eating that thing. And when it got back to my mother said, he's not gonna eat that. He didn't grow up like us. So at the end of the day, she said, well, did you make him something else? She said, no, I didn't make him something else. Well, he'll be all right till it was dinner time, but he wasn't gonna eat that because I know my child. I wasn't gonna eat that.
So you gonna eat up with a fly?
No, I'm just telling you what happened that day.
But
I'm just telling you what happened.
You ain't the only one for team.
But
I'm just telling you, I wasn't eating that, and nobody in this world was gonna make me eat that damn sausage.
So what I'm saying is, you wouldn't eat that, but then people say what they don't eat, but then turn around and lick a woman between her legs. I don't see where it really matters.
Ain't no maggots in there.
There you go. Well,
Ain't
some
no
women.
maggots in there.
Some women.
What I said
but that's another story.
That thing breathe life.
Wait a minute.
Oh
We'll
my
sit
God.
up in here and say, "Oh, I don't eat eggs and I don't eat greens," but then turn around and let her bend over and we'll lick you right in the crack of your tail. So I don't see how any man out here that eat butt or tail or whatever, I don't see how you should even say what you won't eat if you will lick a woman between her tail.
You know what?
So if you put something in front of me, I'ma eat.
You know what?
Your day was the other day. I meant to tell you. I think Saturday was Nutella Day, National Nutella.
Nutella Day is every day. Every day.
Oh, wait, I want to go to what Jason said. I don't agree. I remember being miserable as a kid because I had to finish food I didn't like before I could get another piece of chicken. I used to hide cabbage in my pocket and flush.
That's what happened. You'll find a way. You'll find a way to get out of that crap. You'll feed it to the dog. You'll feed it to the pig. But I ain't eating it.
Well, what is this? I'm sure when my mother made me eat something, I would wait till she left out the kitchen and that food was going in the bottom of the trash or in a milk carton.
That's right.
A milk carton.
Yeah, because your parents sometimes got smart and look in the garbage can, but they sometimes wouldn't look in the milk carton and stuff like that.
Eating yogurt, eating.
Shit, man.
Hey, and Derek, eggs and tail taste different. No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Your tail tastes like eggs. Something wrong.
Something wrong.
Hey,
Your shit.
You really shouldn't be eating it.
If it tastes like eggs.
Yeah, I said if it smells like eggs, you shouldn't be eating it. But eggs are delicious, and you can season tail to make it whatever it is you want it to.
Well,
I don't know. I don't want nobody to put no garlic, salt, powder, onion.
If you about to get a tongue right up your tail, you don't care what the world he put in it.
Yes, I do.
a tongue up your tail. Y'all ready to get into it?
Going to the emergency room. That's what they're doing. Oh my gosh.
Well, guess what? You be like, doctor, I got a yeast infection, but I liked every minute of it.
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
I passed. Now I would definitely pass.
Come up there with a white mustache. Yeast infection.
No, sir. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope.
Oh man. All right.
Well,
Ooh, good one, Vic. Good one, Vic. Good one, Vic. Good one.
No.
Right.
No.
From the rooter to the tutor.
I don't eat the tutor, but I eat the rooter.
Oh, okay.
Right.
From head to toe. From head
I
to
know
toe.
that, Cheryl. Cheryl said Victor giving out yeast infection.
With season on it. How you season?
With both hands.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Season it with some Mrs. Dash.
And don't let me take my shirt off. Then it's really on then.
You down there like that preacher? You down there like that preacher, huh?
All right, here we go.
This right here, the flavor saver.
Oh yeah,
This
this block, yeah, that's what happened.
This ain't white. This white for a reason now. This only, you notice everything else ain't white.
Yeah.
Just this right here.
If that turn your beard white, you might not need that no more. That shit.
If I turn your beard white, it might turn something else white. All right. Anyway, get you a pack of cigarettes, Veronica.
Right.
Tinkle.
My HSA will cover that. I got you.
All right, here we go. So it's not really a letter. She reached out and I told her to just form something. So here it is. It's not long. It says, my husband, son, mother.
My husband.
Hi, I have a little situation and would love for you all to discuss. My husband's son is 3 years old and his mother is very trifling. My husband get his son every other weekend and his mother never pack him clothes in the bag. Every other weekend, my husband buys new clothes and sometimes shoes for his son. She never sends any snacks or anything. She expects him to buy things all the time. She never sends the clothes back with my stepson either. They have a certain time to meet and she is always like an hour late. How do I handle this? I feel as though she is using my husband. What are your thoughts? Should I stay out of it?
Another simple one.
I know she you are the stepmother. I know you probably do feel some type of way because the mother should send clothes with the child. Me personally, I'm definitely sending clothes with my child. I don't care if the father have extra clothes at his house. I don't care. I'm just going to make sure that my baby is good. Whenever he leaves my presence, I'm going to make sure that my child is good. I'm sending clothes. I'm sending snacks. I'm sending his favorite toy, all that over there just in case. But not everyone thinks like I do. And clearly this mother doesn't. So she feel like, I guess this woman feel like the father should have all of these items at his home. Everything that the child needs, I'm taking it that she think that the father should have all of this already. So she don't need to send clothes. She don't need to send shoes, I guess. She don't need to send snacks. So I get that you're kind of frustrated because he has to go out every other weekend, you say, and purchase stuff for the son. But on the other hand, this is his son. I don't know if he's paying child support or anything. You didn't put that in the letter. But I feel like a lot of times we get it twisted that the mother should be, supplying all of this, but the father needs to step up as well. But I'm just saying what I would do. I'm definitely sending stuff with my child, no matter what and how many items are at the father house. I'm still going to, make sure that the child is good. Every time he meets up, you said that they have a certain time that they're supposed to meet up, to get the child, and she's an hour late. Okay, I think the mother is being a little petty when it comes to that. Vic, your thoughts?
Yeah, so let me go ahead and jump into this because I went through something like this. First of all, he the daddy. All right. There's some shit you're gonna have to provide for your child. If you send a snack with my child over, I'm gonna tell you, you and your snack need to go back because don't bring no outside stuff in my house. I'm gonna provide for my child and my care. Now, when I used to buy my kids clothes, my son actually told me, I asked him, I like, son, every time you come over here, I'm always buying clothes. And he told me, he said, Dad, I'm over here on the weekends. I want to wear my clothes during the week. I want to wear what you buy me during the week so I can have extra. So I realized that was selfish upon myself because if I was really doing technically what I was supposed to be doing, me and his mother would still be together. And guess what? He'd have all these damn clothes in one central location. But because that we're not, I have to, and I've taken upon myself and my responsibility to provide for my child, all my kids here and there. So with that being said, yes, ma'am, you are being selfish if the mother should not send anything with that child because they had that kid, you provide for that child here as well as that. If he's paying child support, that's what he's supposed to be doing. But it's still your responsibility to provide that child food and clothes. That's how I look at it.
Well, I say snacks because when my son was little, he still loved the little goldfish thing. So yes, I would send that. That's his favorite thing. I'm sending it in his bag. That's what he loved, and I'm sending it.
Get what, V? That we don't eat goldfish here. We because when you with daddy, you with daddy, and I ain't want to jump up, but when you with daddy on the weekends, we tend to, I ain't gonna say I would tend to overdo it. Oh man, we going out to eat. We going this place. We going this place. Yeah. Take pictures and tell your mama you done ate at this old fine restaurant and all this other stuff. But we ain't eat no goldfish. But I'm sorry, y'all.
That's snack time. Go ahead, Sharon off the team.
Sharon, you can go.
Well, first of all, I commend him on making sure that he gets his son every other weekend, and they're co-parenting, and she lets him get the son, and I think that's a great thing. One thing I don't agree with is people saying for her the wife to stay out of it and just be supportive because she's the wife. It's not a stay out of it and be supportive. That's her life too. If that son is over there, she has a part of raising and loving that child. Mm-hmm. It's a shared thing. Now, 3, from a child that come from divorce at a very young age, My father had full custody, and my mother used to get me on the weekends. I went to my mother with the clothes I had on my back. My stepmother didn't pack a bag and say, "Do you need clothes or church clothes or any other clothes or underwear at your mother's house?" Because when I got to my mother's house, I had a whole nother room, a closet full of clothes, a drawers full of clothes. I had shoes, I had purses, I had tights, I had hair bows. I got my hair done on Friday. We went to church on Sunday. We went to Kmart on Saturday.
Big
We
time.
got grass.
Y'all
You know
big
what I'm
time.
saying?
You
You know
big
what I'm
time.
saying? So, so I don't agree that the fact that she has to pack him a bag, because if he gonna get him every other Saturday or every other weekend, then he needs to have a room with clothes, and he shouldn't have to bring anything, and he shouldn't want him to bring anything. So no, he shouldn't want him to bring anything. I'm looking at it because I did it. My mother provided that for us. We didn't have to worry about. I mean, I had not just a couple of outfits. I said a closet full of clothes and shoes and a whole nother set of toys. So, I don't agree that, that they need to pack him any snacks, because I'm sure they got food. If he's coming, she should have that already for him, because if she loves him and she loves the father, she will have what he likes. So, I don't see what the problem is. Have the boys on clothes, have the boys on food. Y'all do y'all thing while he's there. Send him wash his clothes that he brought and wore, and dress him back in those clean clothes on Sunday and take him back home.
Shouts out to your mom for doing that.
Yeah,
that's right. Daisy did not play.
Yeah. Could I ask a question with this letter? You finished, Sharon?
Mm-hmm.
Veronica, go back to the snack part. What does she say about the snacks?
She never sent the clothes back with the stepson. Wait a minute.
Just before this.
She never sends any snacks or anything.
Okay, cool. All right. So I listened to everybody's comment, and I think that I don't know. Okay. I do agree that, if we're looking out of my lens, but I'm looking out of my lens, I do agree with Victor. I do agree with Shay, and I kind of agree with you, Veronica, on two sides, meaning that if I'm the father and this is my child, I'm going to make sure that my child has stuff at my house at the end of the day. On the other hand, looking at this says that the father gets custody every other weekend. That means the mother has pretty much full custody except for every other weekend. They both are parenting, but she is the parent. She is the parent that is pretty much doing what needs to be done. I don't know if he pays child support or whatever. I don't see a problem packing a child a bag at the end of the day, because as a responsible mother would still pack a small bag for a child, because a child may have certain things that they like to wear, whatever. I don't see a problem with that. If she doesn't want to pack a bag, then there needs to be communication between the father and the mother, saying that when you send this child over, you're already proven that the father doesn't have clothes at the house. This is the problem I have. When that child gets there and she doesn't want to pack a bag, and I got to go buy her clothes, then them clothes ain't going back with that child. You understand what I'm saying? Those clothes are going to stay here so I can build that wardrobe. You got clothes over there. You decide not to send no clothes here, that's fine. That child is doing well. When I buy clothes, them clothes are going to stay here, because now at the end of the day, I should provide for my child when he or she comes here, but I'm going to build that wardrobe here that my child can have at the end of the day. I'm not going to send those clothes back, because you're not sending them back here. So if I buy them, those are my children's clothes, and he or she can utilize them anywhere. But I got to do this all the time. I see the game you're playing. Number two, yes, her ass is trifling. her ass is trifling. You always late an hour. That's trifling. You look. I gotta respect your time. I get my son every other week. Then you need to be on time. You can't be on time every other week. That's trifling BS, and you need to be there if you're always late. That's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. You understand? The snack part, I agree with Victor and all that, and all of y'all. Look, you coming over to me every other weekend, I'm the parent. I'll make sure I can provide for my child. That's my responsibility when he or she gets over here. And if it's something that he or she likes, I'm going to make sure if we can do it for strangers that come or other family members that come, then what can we do for our own flesh and blood that walk in our house to make sure that what they like, they have at our house. So I think that the father needs to have a conversation, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to say the wife has to stay out of it, but if the wife wants to get involved, be a little bit more creative with your husband and have a conversation with him and say, how does this work better for all of us, but what works better for your child at the end of the day? And that's where she gets involved there, but let him handle that situation.
Now, I will say, when me and my girl's dad divorced, okay, and he used to get them every other weekend or something like that, I packed their clothes and any other thing that they needed. I let them pack their stuff and take it with them because it's different. I think it's different with a man and a woman, but he was dating someone else and she had kids. So her kids stayed in, of course, in my girls used to be room. So they didn't have the whole room like they had when they, used to live there. So they packed, and I would always pack them clothes. And whether he washed them, I was like, try to wash them when you bring them back. But whether he didn't, I washed them when he got back. That kind of aggravated me a little bit. But, my kids, it's like, Grandma, don't wash my clothes right, because Grandma would do it. But when they went to see their dad, I packed their clothes. So some situations are a little different where you have to. But I would never think about sending my girls to their dads without nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't do that.
It depends on the situation of the two parents.
Yeah.
Yes, my son had clothes at his dad's house, but I still sent things when he went over there.
And you know what I'm gonna send back?
That's
I'm gonna
just
say,
me.
hey son, I got a letter I need you to give your mammy. And then you're gonna go over there and it's gonna be that right there. Don't send nothing else over here.
That's that knockout, drag out argument we were just talking about.
Because my daughters may have something that I may have purchased. Yeah, I may have purchased something for my daughter that's nice, but my daughter may want to put on this outfit because she's going to be hanging out with her friends over at daddy's house and they want to match their braids and their beads today. So I don't have a problem with that.
We're not saying that's not what we're saying. We're not saying that you can't bring something. What we're saying is that the father should have some clothes over there.
But why does he buy clothes and then send it back and then don't get it back? He should keep those clothes.
Well, so the thing is that the father has the child, like Jason said, 4 days a month. So if you're buying clothes, I have small kids and my kids grow. In order for me to get my use out the clothes, take them clothes with you. But I also tell my kids, if you want to wear certain things, you need to bring that back over here with you. So my kids will bring clothes over here. They know to keep it, and they have that understanding now. But when we first split up, yes, I was doing that. I had to keep shipping clothes over there. It's just it's a balance. My kids have more clothes where they normally stay at than they do here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I don't have an issue with that. How they want to exchange clothes. They say they need something, they need something. I mean, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you allow them to bring clothes in.
My children they have the freedom to do that. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to ask my children's mother to send clothes because that's not her job. But if my kids want a certain item here, do it.
Okay, that's what.
No. She is saying that the mama need to send clothes. No.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Yeah. To me, that's wrong.
I agree.
Well, I just never been in a situation like that. So I've been with my parents all my life. So I don't know. And anybody house I went to, of course, I had to bring my own clothes. So I'm just speaking from experience that anywhere that I went, my mother was always going to send clothes.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a little different, but I feel like if my child wants to wear certain pants, hey, you can bring that with you. But I'm not going to tell your mama send some clothes and send some snacks. No.
Exactly, Nikki.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
This child is 3. That mother should send that child's clothes.
No, the daddy need to buy the damn clothes.
3.
Yeah. 3.
Yeah, the daddy need to buy the clothes.
Why would you not pack your 3-year-old?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
That's my thing. We're not talking about a 12, 13-year-old.
Mama's supposed to pack some clothes.
Why
and
is
you got
packing clothes?
Because even if I got
3,
clothes,
so I can't take care of my 3-year-old.
So what?
And they say you can't, but we didn't say you can't. But if you got clothes, then that's fine. Look, Vic, the problem is if the mother packs clothes and send them over to you, you ain't got to open them. If you feel that you don't want to open that suitcase, you put that suitcase in the bag in the closet, and you give your child the clothes. What is the whole thing? But if what happens, the problem is the father don't have clothes at the house. The letter says that the father has to go out and buy clothes and then sends them back. That's where he's the dumbass, because I would not send those clothes back at 3 years old. Just keep those clothes. I'm not sending them back. For what? You got the parent. You the parent 24/7. I saw somebody. You the parent 24/7. You live over there majority of the time. That mother got clothes.
So let me say this. My kids live with their mother majority of the time. If my daughter called me right now and say, Daddy, I need some pants, that is not her mama's responsibility. That is mine, because she called me. She didn't call her mama. She called me. And it's my responsibility to take care of that.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Vic. So when you just made a statement. So if your daughter needs clothes, it's your responsibility. That means the mother will not buy the child clothes. That's your arrangement, correct?
No. I have that arrangement with my son. Okay. But if my daughter calls me and she says, Daddy, I need this, or Daddy, I want this, when she specific, not Pacific like the ocean, but if she specifically calls me and asks me for something, it is my responsibility to get that.
Now, would you check with the mother to make sure it's cool?
Nope.
Wait, whoa. What if the mother? What if she went? Wait. Let me ask this. Let me ask. Your daughter went to your mother, went to her mother and asked for this, and your daughter didn't perform that well in school, not fail, but didn't perform, or she didn't do something at home, and your mom's was like, no, I'm not getting you that. Then she goes behind the mom's back and calls you and say, Daddy, could you get me so and so? I'm just saying, out of just common courtesy, you wouldn't say, hey, so and so called me and asked me for something. You know I ain't got a problem getting it. I'm just saying, to me, kids play their parents.
All right, so let me say this. You know your child. Everybody knows their kids. If you're a parent, you know your kid.
Right.
So I know if my daughter called me, I don't see where she could call me that her mama say she couldn't have. There's no instance that I can think that my daughter would call me and say her mama say she couldn't have it. I don't know. I mean, you have to give me a better example. But
I just giving you the example that kids sometimes play the parents at the end of the day.
Let me say this.
So I said my daughter couldn't ride in the street, but I caught my daughter riding in the street. And you know why? Because their moms felt that we was on a dead end block and felt that, you know what, she could ride in the street. So that created a problem. So when I went to jump on my daughter, when I use the word jump, not jump physically, but when I went to chastise my daughter, I had to think, yo, my daughter ain't riding in the street by herself. So I went upstairs and checked, and mom said, yeah, I gave her permission to ride in the street. So you know what? So we had to work that out.
Let me get to Brittany comment.
Wait a minute. Before you get to that, the pettiest thing my children's mother tried to do is that she put my kids on punishment and then trying to send them over to me and tell me, hey, I told the kids they can't watch TV for the weekend. And I told her, must be at your motherfucking house, but they can watch what the hell I want to at my house, because the rules that you got over there, they don't apply over here. Boom,
so
boom.
that goes vice versa. So you
no, it does. But see, and that's the thing. When you're parenting, you're not going to, when you parent, she parents at her address. I'm a parent at my address. All right. when we come together and we can co-parent outside of there and all this other stuff, that's fine. But what goes on at your house don't necessarily go on.
But if that child, let's go here. So if that child, if your children did not do good in school, let's just go there. They fail, and she says, "Look, they're not being attentive. They're not doing this. I put them on punishment for the weekend that they can't watch TV. It's their turn to come over to your house. I'm asking you to keep that in line because they need to get that in line." You telling me you wouldn't even work with her as a grown-up dealing with your kids to get them on like yes?
Hold now. Just say I wouldn't work with her. Just say
I'm asking. I said you. I'm asking you. You wouldn't. That's what I'm asking you. You wouldn't work. That's crazy because that means parents are supposed to be on the same page for their children.
You have never been in that situation, so it's hard for you to sit here and be completely objective if you have never co-parented outside the home. So I can see where you can sit here, armchair quarterback in this thing. But what I'm telling you is when you're in the situation, people do shit out of spite. Oh, I'm going to put them on punishment just for this weekend.
I just gave you an example. Why,
I just said no.
No, and why wouldn't you work with her? Why? And she got a legitimate reason. Reason.
So if I have my kids on the weekend, right?
Right.
And my kids do a bad grade in school, whose fault is that? Whose fault? It's the honest. Whose fault is my kids' bad grades? It ain't mine.
It may not be mom's neither. It may be the kids not doing what they got to do.
Wait a minute. Because a child is there to learn.
Right.
And that child does not know that subject. So if that baby's if my child is with my kid's mother every day while they're in school, part of them bad grades is her fucking fault. Because you know my child is struggling. But did you help my child? But if your best solution to my child bad grades is to make them not watch TV and then to send them to my house, that is bad parenting to start with, because you were supposed to address that issue when that first bad test grade came home, not when that damn report card came home. And that's where I have a problem with these parents want to beat kids when you get an F on a report card. But where was you when that first test grade came out? And where was I at? Did you let me know that my child had a bad test grade? So now you want me to jump on my child by the bad test grade when my child is screaming for help. Look, mama, you sign my progress report every fucking week. You see these Fs. Why don't you do better? Because I don't fucking know. It's that simple. We put all this pressure on these kids when they don't know.
It's not about putting pressure on the kids, but the kids got a responsibility too. I failed the English class, and it wasn't my parents' fault. I failed the English class by misbehaving that damn class. So when I failed that class, finally my mom's came up. But at the end of the day, you said I'm armchair quarterbacking. What I'm just saying is you're right. I'm not in that situation. But what I'm saying is, when can't two parents be on the same page and talk about it? Listen, like you had concern. Well, what happens? Why did that child get that bad grade? And she gives you legitimate reasons why that child, she went up to the school, she got the child tutoring. And the child just still won't apply themselves. When I go in the room, they're supposed to be doing homework. They sneaking in on their phone. They doing this, they doing that.
Different things. If she's getting tutoring, I supposed to be involved. If she's not having me involved and she's doing all this tutoring, hell no, come in and watch all the TV you want to until your mama learn. We're gonna co-parent.
And that's gonna be a problem probably when
it's not gonna be a problem because I don't have that issue. Because all I'm saying is this: people, we can manipulate the situation however we want to. But when it comes to co-parenting, you're gonna co-parent either 100% or you ain't gonna do it at all. And a bad grade is not 100% that child's fault, because everybody has access to these kids' grades.
And sometimes it is 100% their fault.
And sometimes it ain't.
And sometimes it ain't. I agree. All right, go ahead, ladies. I know y'all just sitting there smoking y'all Newport.
My cigarette about out.
Yeah,
and Shay drink is done.
Let me go ahead. Okay, because I need something a little stronger in that cup. Look, let's call it what it is. Mm-hmm. If that child is 3 and she does not pack that baby a bag, she's being petty. And that could be for a couple of reasons. One, the man is married and he ain't with her. He got a whole nother wife over here. Let's call it just what it is. She's being petty. Because a 3-year-old, you don't do your child like that. The only way you do your child like that is because you want to cause some type of disruption or hardship on your baby father.
What are you? Okay? Why does a 3-year-old need a bag?
I don't disagree that he should. If he knows that she does that, they should be prepared. Right. And I don't disagree that he should not have his own stuff there, because he should. He should have his own stuff there. They should have a whole bed, a room for that baby, because that's a part of family, regardless if they're there Monday through Friday or Friday through Sunday. That child should be just like any other child if they live there 24/7.
What is a 3-year-old?
At the end of the day, she's being petty because ain't no way in the world I'm sending my 3-year-old without nothing. 3-year-olds
what does he need?
They need something. They juice cups.
So they only sell.
They have little goldfishes.
I can't buy the juice and the goldfish.
Come on. I'm not saying y'all don't have it, but just in case. It's a mother's instinct. Wait a minute.
Child. So we're talking about need. We're back to needs and wants again now. My child.
No, I said it's a mother instinct. I said it's a mother's instinct.
My son's 17, and when he go today, I still.
You pack his bag. Mama, you pack his bag, or just he pack the bag.
I'm not trying to hold that baby father's not accountable, because he is accountable, because he still needs to have everything at his house. And she, being the stepmother, should make sure they have everything at the house. Because let me tell you something. Because when I choose to marry that father, and I know he has children, I accept those children in my life. Okay? You're going to either love them like they're yours, or you're going to treat them just what they are, stepchildren. So if you're going to love them like they are, you go ahead and you prepare and you do what you need to do. It's 2 of y'all. Hopefully that's 2 incomes. I don't know what the baby mama income is like, but she is being real petty by not sending this child at something.
Why?
She's been, nobody takes their child and drop them off for the weekend. So you tell me, so I'm just saying the grandmother keeps the child. Sandy commented on here. She's a grandmother. Her grandkids has clothes at her house. Why don't those baby mothers send clothes, their young kids, clothes to their grandmother's house?
That's completely different. Grandparents are completely different.
Who expects clothes to be at the grandparents' house? But she's prepared because she know they don't send no daggone clothes.
That's different. We're talking about parents. At a parent's house, you're supposed to have clothes.
I understand that, but I understand that, and I agree with you. But in this instance, it's a grandparent who has clothes because the mother don't send clothes to the grandparent house.
What are you
in the comments?
Let me get to Brittany right quick, because I want to touch on Brittany. This was further up in the comments. We do too much babying of grown men. I'm not sending materials or a handbook on what you need to do for your weekend. It's not about that.
Bing, 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 bing.
They're grown men, but me as a mother, I'm still going to send something with my child. I'm talking about a 3-year-old. A 3-year-old.
What does he need? What does a 3-year-old need?
Someone said in the comments. A 3-year-old can get.
You had a 3-year-old, didn't you?
A 3-year-old can get real messy.
Yeah.
They change clothes like 3 or 4 times a day.
I can buy the clothes.
What if he's potty training? What
does he need that I don't have?
Why wouldn't you send your child with a bag? I mean,
what does he need that I don't have? Tell me what can you send me that I don't have in my home?
I understand what you're saying, but evidently they must not have it in their home, which is another problem for me.
Yeah, but if Victor has it, like I said, I'm commenting to people. If Victor says that I have these clothes, then why am I sending these clothes back? I don't need to send them back. If I feel that she's petty, but Bree said this. So Bree, I'm going to respond to you. If she's being petty, I'm still the father. So I'm still the father. You the parent that got them kids majority of the time. When I buy them clothes and the clothes are at my house, I'm not sending them back. You got clothes at your house. I got clothes at my house. Send my child over. You ain't got to send them damn thing, but I damn sure ain't sending nothing back with that child.
And
that's how it's gonna be. And that and she said and Bree said that, so what, she being petty? So damn it, I'm being petty and I ain't sending a damn thing back.
My whole thing was, like I said, my kids came to me and said, Daddy, we over here most of the time. We want to wear our clothes that you got us over here. I don't see an issue with that.
I mean, I'm gonna buy my child. See, this is the difference. If I'm gonna buy clothes and keep at my house, I'll do that. I'm still gonna buy my child clothes that can go either or, because I still want for my child to have. But the mother may be in a situation, if I'm paying child support and I got clothes at my house, that child support goes for some of those. Don't you shake your head, because damn it,
you ain't never paid child support.
It don't matter if I didn't pay child support. Part of my child support ain't to pay her damn bill. It's pay that to get that. I wish it would.
Is.
No, it's not. It's to pay for for my child's. If to pay for my child what my child needs. If it's the clothes, if it's the food. That's what my child support is. You not to pay for your nails and your hair to be done.
Wait a minute.
Hell
wait
no.
A minute.
Don't wait a minute.
Tell me. So how do you? This is my problem with.
Go ahead.
People that have never paid child support.
It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Can I finish? This is my problem with people that's never paid child support and people that think they can tell that mama what to do with the child support check. All right. Once you pay that child support check, it's up to her to do whatever it is, or whoever you pay it to. It's up to them to do whatever it is with it. That's theirs. You're paying support for that child. It don't matter if she used that check to get her nails done or whatever.
Yes, it does.
Lights on,
you go to
the lights on, the water's on, and the damn your child's got clothes and food in that refrigerator. It don't matter.
This is what a child looked it up. Man. Child support is an ongoing periodic payment made by a parent for the financial benefit of a child following the end of a marriage or other similar relationship. For that child, it will not. You go in front of a judge and tell that judge that I use his child support to get my nails and hair done. You'll see that judge reduce that child support. You crazy?
No, he won't. No, he won't.
He will. Well, y'all.
How you know?
I'm gonna tell you, because that's not what child support is for.
How you know, man? You sitting here speaking from the outside, bro.
I don't give a damn what I'm speaking from the outside. You're not going to use no child support. That's not what it's for. And we can sit up here and make excuses. That's trifling. That's irresponsible.
Yeah, all right. Now, let me tell you something.
Yep.
As long as the light's on, she gonna go up in that court. Her nails can be done. $100.
And she can and let her man take care of that, or let her pay for that. But I'm not paying for that. And then my child ain't got clothes or shoes no, hell no.
But see, Sandy said, as a mother, we want our children to have what they need. A bag is packed, even if it still comes back. What?
Not touched.
Where's it at?
Yeah, where is it?
At the top. Go up. That's true.
Oh, sorry, Vic.
That is true.
As a mother, we want our children to have what they need. A bag is packed, even if it comes back, still packed. And you know what, Sandra? I get it. Yeah. But if I'm telling you we don't need your bag, just I get it.
But if you don't need it,
I mean, some mothers are like that.
Yeah,
not all mothers are going to send a bag.
But the only thing I can see, if you pack a bag, if this child's got a medical condition with some medicine, you know what I'm saying? A prescription, a nebulizer, some shit like that I ain't really want to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Then I can see that. But if you talking about sending some goldfish, some juicy juice, how about sending that EBT card? Send that.
Could y'all put up some of them child support comments, please?
Send some coochie coupons over. Send some of that.
I'll start reading them.
Brittany Jefferson. That child support probably won't even buy clothes. Half the time, that little child support barely covers child care.
Who said that?
Sharon? Brittany Jefferson.
How far was
She's
that
right. She's right.
Child support probably won't. But see, the thing about it is child support is designed because that child is in that home. So you're supplementing that income in that home for that child. My children, they drink, whatever. They eat, they use lights, electricity. That shit is a supplemental income for her. So if she decides to take that check and do whatever, that just means this income over here is she's doing it. That it doesn't mean that they're buying crab legs and all that. That may be the extra money so my kids can eat crab legs. But I think that's where the controlling issue come at. Niggas always worrying about what the woman doing with the check. But you weren't worried about that when you was laying up with a raw. All I'm saying is when you make that baby, be responsible for that baby. And what she do with that money, you should have been with her the whole time, and maybe we wouldn't be paying child support. So that's why I don't even complain about it.
Ain't nobody going
what she do with it. Them kids is my responsibility. They got my last name.
Well,
they got my last name. They kind of halfway look like me a little bit.
Halfway.
And guess what? I'm gonna take care of them. I'm gonna take care of them to the best of my ability.
And we commend
because at the end of the day, it don't matter how much I paid my baby mama for that child support. It's what my kids think about me.
But let me ask you this, Victor. Let me ask you this straight up. I know women that have broken up with their man, their husband, or whatever. And not the first thing, but because they broke up, they still communicate with their ex, right? And one of the things that they say is what Brittany mentioned, that a lot of times the child support, like the percentage of the child support they pull out of a person's check is not the exact amount that the woman is getting. So if you are that responsible, Victor, why would your ex-wife, no disrespect, would take you for court? Why couldn't y'all just work that out? Because you're going to take care of your children financially. Why do you have to pay child support unless it's part of alimony? That's different. But if there's just child support involved and you being responsible, why would a responsible woman drag you through the system where you're being a responsible man and she has no problem you doing your job?
So the thing about it is, it's I'm not gonna say she's prideful, but it would be a pride thing on me, but it's a security thing for her, because my kids have needs and wants. All right, if that money, that percentage of my check going to her home is going to help them live in a better home, that extra however much money I send, if that is for her, if she can use that to further get a mortgage instead of paying rent, I'm cool with that. If that payment that I send will get her out of an apartment into a home with a yard, I'm cool with that. If that payment will have them go to Disney World, I'm cool with that.
But that's not answering my question.
But what I'm saying is that whatever she does with that money, that is a security. She is securing income in order for, she's going to always have something.
So why can't you set up?
Because I wouldn't.
Wait. Let me just finish. You said let me finish. Why can't you set up a direct deposit to come out of your check to go into her bank account every other check or every check, whatever, when you get paid, that it doesn't have to go through the system and you're not caught up in the system? What's the purpose if you're responsible?
Let me say this. So the thing about it is we wasn't even responsible enough to stay together. So now you're going to think that she going to trust me to pay her responsibly every
But if
week?
you set it up, I'm just saying, if you do set it up a direct deposit.
You don't understand the system. I'm trying to explain it to you. When it is taken out by the government, guess what? It's going to come out before everything. Right after you pay your 401k and all that, the first thing comes out is child support. She is going to get a check regardless. I can't interfere with that. But if I sit out here and I get mad with her one week because she pissed me off, I can go into the system and say, you know what? I ain't paying you this week. So that's just to prevent me from doing something that fucking petty and holding it over.
I hate to say this. I know you're going to get mad. And when I say this, but why do you got to put I'm going to just say it like the people say, why you got to put the white man in your business to that? If you are going to be a responsible father and a man, black or white, why you got to put the government in your say if you are going to be responsible? Why do you got to do that? That's my question. If you are a man and you know what you're going to do, why you got to do that? Because it's not necessary.
It's all about security. I think any man that make a baby, if y'all ain't together, put his ass on child support, because that's the only way you gonna sit here and you gonna get your money 100% of the time.
Not mine. I didn't have to take mine to child support because he did what he was supposed to do.
There you go.
He did what he was supposed to
That's
do.
what I'm talking about.
But you know
And
what,
if he's
do that.
doing
Veronica?
what
Don't
he's
drag no
supposed to-
man,
if
especially a
he-
black man, through the
if
damn
he's
system,
doing-
man.
if
If he
he's
gonna do
doing
what he
he's
gonna
supposed
do.
to-
There are
if he's-
so many men that's not like him. There
You're
are
right.
so many men.
And then they should be on child support. Then they should be on child support. They should be on child support. I didn't say that. I asked a person like you. You talk this, and you are responsible. And I'm not a woman. But if I was a woman, I would have worked this out with you. I would have not put you into the system, bro. I would have not done that. If you
But you know
were going
what?
to
This is
stand
the
up,
thing. No matter what the price is, I'd have never agreed to it. I'd have never agreed to what you could have told me $50 a week. I'd have told you to kiss my $50 ass.
see, but you're not being now. You're not being
that's the thing.
responsible.
But what I'm saying is, if I'm providing for my child, so this is what people think child support is. Oh, I'm gonna just take care of the child when he with me. So my children are with me every other weekend, except for during the summertime. So when they with their mother, they're sitting there racking up bills the whole time. So if she come to me and say, "Well, Vic, you know, I need $125 on the light bill. It was long this month." You know what I'm gonna tell her? You can kiss my $125 ass. I'm not giving you no money. You supposed to take care of that. But with the child support, that just prevents that whole conversation. If your lights get cut off, that shit is on you. Because I'm paying the child support and you supposed to use it the right way. It is what it is.
I said that in the beginning. That's why I said, you're supposed to do what's supposed to be done for the child.
But that's it.
Sure.
But see, regardless of the fact, it's either you let the government sit here and dictate how much you pay and you don't worry about it, or you let your baby mama ask you every week, I need for you to send this money over here for this. It's almost like she's asking you every week for some money.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say, last thing I'm gonna say, and Cheryl said something, and I agree with you, Cheryl. Some men do. I'm not saying some men don't need to be on child support. I'm saying if the man is going to be the responsible one, I think that's trifling if the woman is just going to drag him through the system, because the same thing if the shoe is on the other foot and the father gets control, the custody of the child, and the woman makes more money, I wouldn't drag her through the court system if she's going to do the right thing. It goes both ways. I'm not going to drag her through the system if she says, look, we're not together, we can't get along, but we can agree that I'm going to be there for my child. I'm not going to drag her and run down to the court to take her money. I don't want your money. I want you to do what your responsibility with that child and vice versa. That's what I would do.
The best thing to do, go make a baby tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and then see how it work out.
Okay.
Because it sounds good on paper, bro. It really do. But when feelings get involved, I'm telling you, man, there is not a situation I can think of. If I was not on child support, I'm telling you, my baby mama couldn't come to me and ask me for nothing. Now, my kids could, but when the child's that young, go ahead and just do it, bro. It's not even gonna hurt you. You lay down with that woman, go ahead and do what you're supposed to do, man. Child support is there for multiple reasons.
Don't drag me through the system if I'm going to stand up and do what I got to do.
But no, you say you're going to stand up and do
it. And if I do it, then don't drag me through the damn system. That's all I'm saying.
But the thing is, you're saying that. It's good.
If I'm behaving like that too, then why do you drag me? You give me the opportunity to, you can't respect me as a man to do what I say I'm going to do, and I'm doing it. Then why drag me? You're not answering. Why are you relying on the system so much, Victor? That's so 100% proof that if you're not allowing a man to be a man, hell with that. You don't put some government over a man that's saying he's going to do it and is doing it. Don't do that.
So why you split up then?
Because you can't get along. You're not compatible.
Okay.
That don't mean you're not irresponsible. That means you're irresponsible. Because you break up don't mean that you can't be responsible. It means that you're not compatible. That's all. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm done. I'll let y'all,
What we talking about?
I don't know.
We talking about
That's
butterflies,
definitely a conversation
braids.
Dick and Fatine.
Put some of these comments up here.
Oh, now you want us to put comments
Yeah,
up.
right.
I mean, me and
Right.
Victor. Well,
Please put Vic and Fatine's comments on the screen, please. Yeah, because that's what it's all about right now. Because y'all was like back and forth.
okay, I could.
Knockout, drag out.
Yeah.
But nobody.
One thing is, we ain't mad at each other.
Are y'all feelings involved? Because this is a
No.
knockout.
No,
drag
not
out.
on this one. Because this ain't a knockout drag out.
Okay.
I can't tell.
Oh, please.
All right.
Maybe
let's
just a
see.
heated discussion.
Okay.
That's it.
DCB says, see, that's the problem. My kid's father and I have an agreement. He doesn't have problem paying his child support because, like I said, my kid had a major medical expense. So it was an agreement. He keep saying, what? D-tagging.
I don't know what that means.
What's that, DCB?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't know, but the thing about it is if I'm on child support, you know what I'm saying, my kids is on my insurance. You know what I'm saying? There are things you supposed to do as a parent. I mean, let me back up. There are things you should do as a parent. You know, if you're doing that, dragging. She said dragging. Yeah, dragging the black man. I think it's things you should do as a parent. I mean, everybody doesn't have the financial responsibilities after they make the baby. But that's why I always say some people shouldn't even be out here having sex raw if you can't afford to do it. And that's the issue. Sharon, you look so bright right now. But
that's her light.
There you go.
It keeps
So I just think that some people shouldn't even be out here having sex, you know, all nilly-willy if you can't afford to do it.
Well,
you know the consequences.
I have to agree with Cheryl. If some men weren't on child support, the child wouldn't get anything from them.
That's true.
And it's sad, but true. A lot of people
Why does this nigga keep coming at me, bro? Let it go, man. Let it fuck go. Just let it go, man.
Oh.
Let it go.
Tony.
Your boy, he pushing buttons, man, but let it go.
Yeah.
So but it's sad, but it's true. And at the end of the day, when people are not together and they have children, it shouldn't be all about the child support, but unfortunately it is, and if people really just did what they were supposed to do, a lot of this could be avoided. But then you got feelings, you have attitudes, and get back is because men don't like to be on child support. Then my get back is I'm gonna put them on child support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus now, some people actually put them on child support just because you know what, you're not going to be in their life. So this is what I need to continue to take care of our child.
Well, are you going to give him a chance to see if he's going to take care of? Just because y'all not together, are you going to give him a chance to see if he's going to take care of the child before you went to the court system?
Of course you do.
So
some people probably gave him a chance when they were together. He probably didn't do nothing either.
Exactly. Then that's a different story.
Right.
Yeah. That's a different story. But if you have a man that's been taking care of that child when y'all was together, and he's continuing to take care of that child when y'all separate, me personally, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't run to the court system just because
But you knew him though.
Together anymore.
Right.
But you knew him, right?
Yeah.
That's different. But you knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you trusted him, and y'all had an agreement.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I just want to, since Brittany ask me a question. Brittany, this is very simple. Brittany says, for teen, what happens when you fall on hard times and can't send money? That's a huge inconvenience to the mom. So if I fall on hard times, all I got to do is go down to the court and say, I lost my job and I'm drawing unemployment. You know that child support is going to stop.
No, it won't.
It won't stop. It may accumulate, but they're not going to pull that. Listen, exactly. That's right.
Yes, they will. Yes,
I never seen them pull it from the unemployment.
I never seen them pull it from unemployment. I've seen them pull. But at the end of the day, if you fall on hard times, let's just say you're making. I'm gonna make a yearly salary. You're making $80,000 a year. I just put it $80,000, and your salary drops. Forget unemployment. It drops to $25,000. You take that down to the court. They're going to readjust it. So it's the same thing. If I was paying responsible $80,000, I was making $80,000, and I dropped down to $25,000. Then if I, what you mean? What I told you that? I know that for a fact. It's a percentage out of what you make, Victor.
You ain't on child. Bro,
They
you get a
don't
review
matter.
every 3
Victor,
years.
now I see why people get up here. Because I know what I'm talking about.
No,
it's
you
a percentage out of your check.
No, you don't.
Go ahead, Sharon.
They base child support on a percentage of what you make.
I know what it is.
What
I
the
know
mother
what
makes,
this is.
they base it on, I know in Virginia, because I've never been on here, but I know they base it off of what the father makes, a percentage of what the father makes and what the mother makes. And that's how they determine how much child support that I received. Now, I commend all the women that are not on child support and don't have their baby daddies on child support. I commend y'all, and y'all trying to do it on your own because you don't need him. And I commend them for that. But at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't make it right they don't have on child support because some men take advantage of the women that don't have them on child support.
So let me educate a few people that don't know. You get a review every 3 years. It's just like a contract. Your ass is locked in for that price for 3 years. And on the anniversary of that third year is when you get a review. So for those of you who think that you can just lose a job, because if that was the case, guess what? Every nigga would say, you know what? I'm making less money now. And they go in and lock in on that price and then find them another job. It don't work that way. Your ass is locked in for 3 years.
I never increased it.
3 years, no matter.
It was not about, you know, increasing or whatever, but I never.
Exactly. I get you, Shane.
I never increased it. And I was like, you know what? The review came up. It is what it is.
Thank you.
Here we go. So how is child support figured in South Carolina? The total child support obligation is divided between the parents in proportion to their income. Each parent's proportional share of combined adjusted gross income must be calculated. Don't tell me what you locked into, because it's not locked in.
Yes, you are.
It is not locked in,
Yes,
because when your check changes, you go to the court and say, I have an adjustment to make. The same way if the adjustment you make more and you don't report it, the wife has
but they can't adjust it. They can't adjust it till that come up. Like Victor is right. Like if you're locked in on that 3 year and you lose your job, it starts to accumulate.
Yes,
and they have. That's where that bad child support comes.
Don't tell me what you
read. Child support doesn't.
I know.
But you okay? So let me ask you this: so how, if you lose your job, how do they calculate the money on your child support, or for what proportion that you presented? Because you may never make 80,000 again, so you cannot say when I don't make that 80,000.
You want to listen, or you gonna tell me?
I'm asking the question.
So when you go to the child support thing, they bring up both of your incomes. All right. So the father can apply for credits. You can say, hey, I'm gonna carry my kids on their insurance. So they're gonna look at the price of the insurance, and then you get a deduction for that. If you tell them you're going to pay for these daycares and you can show receipts that you are locked in, you get a credit for that. You're going to pay something.
Right.
So that's how they come up with that figure. You sign a paper, an affidavit for 3 years with that amount per month that you are going to pay. Now, if you lose your job or something like that, they will pause it for a small percentage of the time, but you are still liable for that payment. And if you don't make it after that, your ass go to jail and they suspend your license.
When do you have to make that payment?
You make that payment every week.
No, when do you make that payment if you lose your job? Let's just say you was a waiter and COVID came and you lost your job. What happens when they can't make you pay something you don't have? Now the tab may still run. You understand what I'm saying? Because they have to make that adjustment.
No, they don't. You make that.
They don't make, unless you have, like, you talk to your social worker, and then you have a social worker. Caseworker. But in Fatine's defense, New York is a different beast all in itself. Their laws, their insurance, everything is different. You have to have it's totally different. House insurance, life, it is totally different in New York. So I know their child support probably is different.
Yeah, I mean, Fatine, everybody telling you, bro, whatever you saying, you don't know.
I'm telling you what I do know, that it's a percentage, and I'm telling you
it's not a percentage.
I'm telling you, maybe it's where I'm from, But it's 18%.
But
It's 18%. Then it goes up to 2 children. It's 20-something, 27%.
New York is
3
different.
children. Maybe it's different. But at the end of the day, I'm just reading what I'm reading online. But it doesn't matter for us to keep going back and forth. I want to get some of these comments in. So we gonna have to agree to disagree on this.
Oh, I can talk. Oh.
Man, whatever.
Don't be cruel. Girl,
I'm just messing with you because I don't speak on things that I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about child support, so I'm not speaking. I'm listening to you all. Let me see. I want to go, Chris. Chris says feelings are not for grown people. It's about the child, period. They didn't ask to be here, so it's your responsibility. You laid down and had that child. The child didn't have a choice. Take care of your responsibility.
Exactly. I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you. 100%.
And when he was on there, oh, wait. I think DCB is responding to somebody, so I don't know where that's coming from. John said it's cheaper to keep her if you put her on plan B.
She got the bet. You can't make her take it now, John. Come on, man. John putting it in the drain.
Mix into some Kool-Aid, buddy.
Hey, John.
John, you mix that some bitch in some Kool-Aid.
Chris says every woman I know that put a good dude on support ended up getting less in the long run. Fact.
And that's what happens because you can sit here and it could be about the child, but sometimes there's a lot of people that need to be on child support. There's a lot of people that need to be on child support, and the woman say, "Well, I don't need his money." Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Some don't. Some don't need the money. Some women are self-sufficient. Some women are self-sufficient, Victor. Some women, you make it seem like women make
I didn't
18,000. You just said they need money, and I said they don't because some women make enough money to take care of their household.
Yes, but I would prefer him to help. That's his child as well.
Exactly.
But that ain't what you said, Victor. That ain't what you said.
I said so.
And I just said that you said no. You didn't. You said okay. But I'm just saying that there's some women that don't need a man's money.
I said some men need to be on child support.
And I agree with you. And you ain't gonna get no disagreement from me on that. We ain't fighting on that one.
Bree said I had a man to tell me, put me on child support.
Hey, I told my baby mama that one time and get what the fuck she did.
Went and put you up.
That motherfucker called my bluff.
Golly.
Oh, I won't tell nobody else. I guarantee you that.
Try to work that shit out, right?
Cheryl says, I'm speaking from experience. Some men need to be on child support. Men get in their feelings a lot.
They do. They do. And they'll cut that down. They'll cut it off in a second. They damn sure will.
Right.
You'll think you about to get a check in 1 week and they'll cut it off. Oh no, I couldn't do it this week, girl. I had something come up. Nah, secure.
So what Gazelle just said is not the need, it's the principle. So I asked all three of y'all, not just Victor, all three of y'all. So if it's the principle and the woman makes more money, it's not a problem for the man to put that woman on child support, correct?
I think she's talking about when Vic said women need. Didn't you say women need the man money?
No, I did not say that.
What did you say?
No.
I said some men need to be on child support.
Yeah.
No, you said something about.
He said some women need. He said some women. How did he say
child
that?
support.
You need the money. He said some women need the money.
I said some women need to put their man on child support.
Yeah, and he also said some women need the money, and I said
and
some women don't need it.
It's not the need, it's the principle.
Okay, but I'm still putting the question out there because I don't want to see if this is just on the man thing. Because see, Victor keeps saying we laid down there, we made the baby. So since we're dealing with the financial, what happens if the woman makes more money? And I'm talking about double the salary. And he has the right to put her on child support, correct?
No, he doesn't.
What the hell? You done lost your mind.
Bro, he doesn't have custody. How in the hell you put him on child support?
Well, I have custody. Whether I make more money than he doing, the baby is with me.
So let's change this around. At the end of the day, see, again, maybe your rules down south is different, but if there is mutual custody, there's mutual custody, and that woman makes more money, that father can put her on child support.
No.
Well, maybe not down here. Y'all are backwards because they can do that.
How we backwards?
Because it's the bottom line. If I'm making 25,000 and this woman is making 75,000, she can pay more into the child support than I can do right. I'm still gonna do my part, but she can do more. So why isn't she on child support if she's not going to do the right thing?
The thing
See, you're making it seem like child support is just a man thing. It's not just a man. No, it's not. No, it's not.
You said what?
I'm saying Victor is making it seem that child support is only a man's thing.
I know some women paying child support.
I know some women too are paying child support.
We all got exceptions to the rules. So when that baby's born, who's the custodial parent?
The mother.
Thank you. So as soon as so I guess the father can go down there and request child support, but his ass is gonna pay it. You don't have any custodial rights until you get married. So if y'all are unwed, you're going to be putting on child support. It don't matter if she make $1 million in second and you make $10 a year, you're going to pay something. It's just what it is. Everybody know a woman who's on child support. We all know that. But the father had to get custodial rights. Here, I can't speak for nowhere else. The father does not have custodial rights until he's either married or he applies for them. That's it.
That's true.
That's it. I know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to read shit on the internet. I know.
That's true.
Okay.
That still doesn't dispute what I said in a sense of a woman paying child support. So the asterisk by it is that the father has to be a custodial parent. Okay, so I learned something there. So the parent, so we're dealing with a point that if they were married and he's the custodial parent, you understand it today?
Then now since you worded it to fit your narrative, then yes, she can pay child support, even if she made more or less. Whoever is the custodial parent, the non-custodial parent will pay child support, whoever the gender may be.
And this is true, Chris, because my brother has custody of all his kids. Mom doesn't always have custody.
That's true, but like we said, whoever the custodial parent is. So if you're co-parenting and there's split custodial rights, no one pays child support. But if there's a 51-49 percentage there, Mr. 49 is going to pay Mr. 51. That's what it is. I know that. I got my law degree in child support.
In joint custody, both parents can be custodial. Yeah,
I said that while.
Yeah. I'm just.
So does that cancel out child support?
Yes, but it does not. If you were married, it does not cancel out spousal support. But if we're just talking about child support, if you have both parents have custodial rights, then you do not pay child support.
Right, and and Victor's, you're 100% right. I ain't gonna debate you on that one but about the spousal support. Now it can come down to who makes the more money, right?
That is true.
Right. Yep.
Or who cheated?
The cheating has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it.
Or who cheated? All right.
All right, V, we coming up on 2 hours.
Final thoughts on
what? On what?
Letter.
What letter?
On the letter.
Oh,
yeah, you're right. What letter? Because you and Victor lost us.
It took us all the way down to go on a rabbit hole. Shoot, top of the mountain, Fiji, and had some snow on top of the mountain, and came back down to the valley where the water was defrosted and the river was flowing. I'm just saying. All right.
Okay.
Veronica,
we're gonna let y'all ladies go first.
You do yours first, honey.
Me?
Yeah.
Come
on, Pudding.
Okay.
Now it's everybody Pudding now.
Come on, Pudding.
I do feel what the stepmom is saying. She is now the wife. she should, be looking for, she should be looking out for the better for her husband. She feels like the stepmom is running game on him or whatever. But I do feel like, once again, this lady should be packing a bag for her 3-year-old, just in case, like I think you said, Sharon, even if the bag isn't unzipped, nothing was removed from the bag, at least there was a bag there in case something happened and the child needed extra pair of clothes or whatever. That's just me. I've always done it. Like I said, I've always sent a bag when my son was small and went to his dad's house. And I don't see anything wrong with it. But you as the wife, you can only do so much. You can have that conversation with your husband, but be careful how you have that conversation with your husband, because you don't want it to cause any problems between the two of you. So be careful how you address this, because this is his child. So I wish you the best of luck, and I pray we helped you out tonight. Who's next? That's all I have to say.
I'll go. So yeah, because y'all, I agree with Veronica, and I'm gonna go back to what I said. Let's not forget the age of the child. The age plays a very important role. That's a 3-year-old. It's not a 13-year-old. Okay. So, throw your pettiness aside and do what's best for your child. Now, on the other end with the stepmom and the father, y'all already know how she is. If she's being that way and she doesn't pack anything, just stay prepared on your end. Get the baby the clothes because he lives there. Get the baby the clothes, get the baby the pull-ups, the snacks, whatever. And then don't worry about it. Let her karma handle how she is, or if she's really trying to be that way. Don't worry about it. Because what's going to even make her mad at it, y'all always doing it, and that's why she does it. So just go ahead and be prepared.
Sharon, you got a fan out there.
Oh,
you see it?
Shay, you are educated, fine-looking sister, but you have someone. God bless.
I agree with that statement.
Hey, so Sharon made a point earlier.
Can he have his moment for team, please?
Yeah, huh?
Can dude have his moment?
Yeah, he got his moment. He got his moment. Yeah, he got his moment. I'm trying to get into my comment because Victor came up with he go last on this. He today.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear.
Now I'm almost forgetting my damn. Oh, so my advice to the woman: if this is is it her husband or whatever? It's her husband, right? Child, right? Yes. She said her husband's child. So my advice to you, sister, is you love your husband and you accept the situation that you're in. So you and your husband make the best of the circumstances. At the end of the day, you make sure that you and your husband go out there and purchase that baby clothes that will be at the house. So if the mother sends something or doesn't send something, that baby is well taken care of at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. To make this thing work here is if you know you feel she's trifling, then she's trifling. At the end of the day, he needs to handle her being late. Every time that he got to pick that child up, that child is late. And if that's the case, then he arranged to pick up his own child at the time he says at the house or whatever, and deal with this in a mature manner. And that's it at the end of the day. So
I want to my final thoughts is kind of along the lines of Cheryl, but I'm going to say this because I heard what Shay said about an hour and a half ago and did not acknowledge it. But as the wife, you shouldn't have to tiptoe around this subject because that's your house too. And that's your stepchild. So if you feel like you don't have a dog in this fight, maybe you shouldn't be in this marriage because you should come to your husband about anything that go on in the household because that's your home. And Sharon kind of alluded to that, and we kind of just fucking
I didn't hear that part.
She did say that. She did say that.
She did say that. So Sharon, I apologize.
Yeah, she did.
It was so much going on. But ma'am, if you feel like you can't say nothing, then you might want to reevaluate this situation. That's her husband. That is her husband's son, but that's her husband. That's her husband. So
I just say be careful how you
ain't got to be careful.
I mean, that's his son. You don't want to be like, she need to buy your damn son some clothes.
Let me tell you something.
I'm saying, be careful how you address it.
You can say whatever it is you want to say. Just be naked when you do it, because I guarantee he going to do whatever it is you want him to do. I'm going to tell you something. Y'all don't understand. I don't give a damn what's going on. When you want me to do something, just be naked.
You was going good, bro. You was going good.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, they need to have to close at the house. I'm not budging on that. Yeah, but for her to not want to bring it up, ma'am, that's your husband. That ain't your boyfriend. That's your husband. You need to sit him down and tell him what is and not going to happen in your home.
I don't think you sit there and tell him what is and not going to happen.
I
just think right, but
I don't remember Sharon. I truly don't remember you saying that, because I remember you addressing the comments when they were saying the wife need to stay out of it, and you said you don't think that's right because you feel like the wife should have some say so because she is the wife.
Yeah, that's what she does.
No, I thought y'all said that Sharon was saying the wife shouldn't say anything.
No. I said
should. He said that. That's what Sharon said in the beginning. She said that in the beginning.
She said that.
Yeah.
So and what's wrong with that? She shouldn't say anything to the stepmom,
to the husband, to the mother, to the husband.
Like she can say whoever the hell she wants.
Can I talk tonight? Thank you. I feel like. And I said that in my comments. I feel like she should address the husband, but just make sure that she is addressing him the right way. She's not coming off wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's not like her tone or whatever, or, because she got to be careful because this is her husband. They're in the house together. So she got to be careful how she addresses this man because this is this man's son.
That's her son.
So I agree with that. I thought y'all was saying Sharon said for the wife not to say anything.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, she can say whatever she wants to because that's her child too. And I would respect it more if my wife was that integral in her stepson's life. If that's my child and I got married and she like, well, your baby mama this and this. I'm looking at her like, well, go on tell her.
That'd be the worst.
That's a turn on for me.
No, see, because if a man, but you see, Vic, now I got to go to Victor again. See, but you told me before, Victor. See, now you contradict yourself. You said that I'm gonna tell you because you said that if our husband, your child, your ex-wife, man, got something to say to you about your children, you ain't got shit to say, and you're not. I don't want to say what you said. You would knock him on his ass, but you said he ain't got nothing to say to you on your children. So that woman don't got nothing to say to that woman on their child. That's not her child. You say that to your husband and then he deals with that.
So
I agree.
Let me say something this routine. I didn't say there was no consequences, but if he felt like he want to come to me about something with my children, he can say it. He just got to deal with what daddy gonna do to him.
But see, that's the problem with people, Victor and Fatine. This is the problem I have, that people saying she shouldn't say nothing to the mother. If they are adults, see, that's what adulting does. When you are a blended family, there are things that everyone should be able to talk to each other about.
Should be.
And see, that's how a lot of confusion keeps stirred up and people don't get along when they go, well, you shouldn't say nothing there, or that person think this person shouldn't say anything because no, let me tell you, yes, that's their child, that's her husband's child and that woman's child, but they're married and they're a family. So at the end of the day, they should all be communicating and talking about the best thing for that child. There have to be feelings involved.
Should be,
but they're not. So they need to grow the hell up and talk about what's best for the child, because it's just ridiculous that grown people cannot have a conversation or trying to be petty and not do what's best for the child. Well, it's only hurting the child.
Yep.
It's not hurting the adults. The child is the one that needs.
But you said,
Right.
Sharon, in a responsible manner. I totally agree with you. But since Victor talks about, I've been in that situation, and I was the husband, and my ex had a child, and me going to the father, we would have fought because he was a street dude. He wasn't happy that she was married. So with his daughter, I didn't have anything. He wasn't going to listen to what I got to say at the end of the day. So she had to communicate whatever needs to be done. And if he didn't do that, then she laid the law down with him with dealing with his child. I couldn't go there because we were nasty with each other. And that's how it was. So, like Victor said, when you know that you can't do that, and there's some women that can't talk with the new wife because of whatever the animosity is. In the responsible way, Sharon, you're 100% right. And those children, I don't want to say come out better, but it works better for them in your way. But there's, unfortunately, since we use the word trifling and petty, and whatever the circumstance, sometimes we can't deal as being that step parent. We can't communicate with that other parent because of animosity, whatever that may be.
Can you put Britt comment back up there?
Oh, I thought y'all wanted that comment back up there. I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
He's stupid.
Life would be easier if they had a line of communication. Stop using the man as the middleman when they're both grown women.
Hey, look, why Sharon getting all the points tonight? But whatever.
Brent, you got to be careful with that because some women are very petty, and especially when a man is involved.
The one night,
not this one.
A month.
I'm just saying,
I do get points. I get my points because you get them every week.
If you have that relationship, as a stepmom with the biological mother, that's a great feeling. But if you two are bickering with each other, you have to be responsible adults,
right?
To have a relationship like that. If not, that man have to be in the middle. But if you have two women that don't have to put that father in the middle of everything, y'all can communicate. That's wonderful. But how often do you see that?
None. Hey, y'all saw that comment? So since you saw that one, so Sharon, I get 51 points.
Yeah, you put that
to your daggone self. That's what I'm talking about.
V, let me see them arms one more time. Look at you.
That's right.
Oh, you got to stroke the back of your hair. Huh?
That's right, friend. Give it to him. Give it.
I work hard for that, okay?
I know that's right.
I might come to the class tomorrow.
Come on, please. Vic, you only been once.
It wasn't enough women in there for me. Y'all got a bunch of women in there now.
What time is it, Veronica?
7 p.m. Big Gary Gym in Darlington. Come on out.
I got to do a podcast. I can do Saturday. Listen, Chris says if the child lives in my house, I say whatever I need to say, and if you don't like it, you know where the hell I stay. And unfortunately, that's nice bravado at the end of the day, but it's just not going to work. I mean, I'm not gonna if Vic is the father and I'm dealing with his ex, and you tell Vic that's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. And and Vic ain't gonna listen to what I gotta say from that perspective. And that's gonna be a problem if now Vic
he means it that way. I feel like I don't think he means it. I think what he means is he the man in his house, I'm the man in his. If my kids come over there, they gonna respect him. If not, it's what it is.
What do you mean respect him? I mean, we're not even talking about
his house.
That. Yeah, but what are you talking about? The kids are coming over. I don't understand that part. What does that mean? We wasn't talking about
far
that.
Into it. Basically, I feel like what he's saying is, if he's dating my children's mother, and my kids go over there, he's got certain rules and regulations that go on at his house. And if I don't like it, I know where he stays.
Oh, but I thought we were talking about in the sense of, in regards of the, remember, we was on the regards of the woman. We were talking about the woman saying something to the other woman. That's what we were talking about. So that's why I kept it in the context of, now is he being the man, and if it was flipped and the man wanted to say something to the man, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it could cause problems. That's why the person that is the parent needs to deal with that ex. That need to deal with the ex. Now, if the husband is soft in dealing with that, now then the wife got an issue. She got an issue if he is not standing up and saying enough is enough and handle this situation.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up.
I think we did. Everybody put their comment in already.
Wayne, see if you really love your woman and have, this is the last comment. See if you really love your woman and have kids. Both of you have work with each other. TP, make it work.
To make it work.
To make it work for the kids.
That's right.
See, that's where where Victor comes in and say, well, you're responsible for your child and blah, blah, blah. So why can't it be responsible for you both to realize that even though y'all are not compatible or y'all have disagreements amongst each other, that y'all can't work together for your kids? I don't understand why you can't do that. But I'm responsible to pay, but I can't be responsible with the moms to work this out to make sure that we're on the same page. I got a problem with that. Sorry.
All right.
We got some
time. You know what?
special, just special.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for watching the tea tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Each and every Tuesday and Thursday, we will be back. I know, John is so silly. We will be back
Thursday.
Yeah, I hear an echo. We will be back Thursday, guys. We appreciate you guys. If you would like to be a guest on the show, if you would like to be on the show Thursday, hit us up, tangytlife@gmail.com, or you can leave us a message right here on Tangy T page in the inbox. I'll check that. Guest and what else?
BA, or if you want to get fit, you can come to BA Gary Gym.
There you go, Victor. Yes. Come have a little workout. Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica. BA Gary Gym tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Come on out. But yeah, back to the tea. If you want to be a guest, if you have a topic suggestion, if you want to write an email letter, send it over to tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Appreciate you guys so much. I know we went a little extra long tonight. Thanks for holding on with us. We appreciate you guys. And we'll see you Thursday night, God willing, 8 p.m. for some more Tangy Tea. Have a good night, guys. Be careful.
Good night.
Buenas noches.